today's video, we're going to be upgrading the taillights on my Ram 2500. Morimoto Gen 2 XB taillights are out. So these taillights are just the newest ones on the market. They're a 5th gen style taillight, and I'm going to be putting them on my truck, which came factory with halogen taillights, to replace these Alpha Rex ones that I have. Nothing bad about the Alpha Rex, except for the fact that the brake lights are terrible. So we're going to swap these out for the Morimoto Gen 2s, get these things on the truck, and we're going to show you guys how to do it really quickly. You're going to need a T25 Torx bit, and you can either put this on something like a ratchet like I have here, or if you have a screwdriver and you can put a little T25 bit on there, that's going to work as well. There's going to be 2 Torx bit screws that you're going to remove. Grab it gently, pry backwards. That's all there is to it. Now the taillight is removed. Second one down here, same thing. Pull it out, and that's the LED chip that I put in there a while ago. So we have the Alpha Rex taillights, or the factory ones, removed. So getting the adapter harness installed, it's going to come with these halogen adapters if you have a halogen equipped truck like I do. First thing that you're going to do is come to the harness that's on here, and you're going to unclip this part right here, and it'll come right out. And you're going to come here, you're going to pull this red tab up, just like that, and then you're going to unclip this. Now, this halogen adapter is going to plug straight in up top here. You can hear that click, and you can bring that clip down so it's seated and it's locked now. And then right here, you can take this plug and plug it straight in. For the resistor, this is something that Morimoto had issues with in the past, is running resistors to trucks to get parking light out bulb signals, which would display on the dash. So this is a resistor that's supposed to eliminate that. Where this is going to plug in is on the back of the taillight. You're going to have 2 plugs. This one is going to go to the halogen adapter plug, which is on the harness found on the taillight, which we just plugged in. This separate little gray plug right here is where this is going to plug into. Nice and easy. Just click it in, and it's in place and good to go. One quick note is to have both these wires from the plug coming through the top hole. Don't use this bottom hole anymore, because if you do, you'll not be able to fit everything and the taillight will not clip in place. So make sure that you just route everything through the top hole. So I know this angle isn't the greatest, but one thing that I want to note about these taillights is that they don't exactly clip in. Most taillights, when you go to install them, there's 2 clips on the side here, which you'll be able to see when you pull your taillight housing out. And when you put a taillight up to it, you'll look over and make sure you line up the tabs well, and then you'll clip them in. But these ones don't exactly clip in, they just slide in. And it's pretty disappointing because I've never had a taillight that doesn't clip in right. Here's a closer shot looking at the driver's side taillight. And you can see this bottom left corner is up against the paint. And I've tried to space it out as much as possible, but it's just, there's not much wiggle room in the taillight because of where the clips land, which you'll see in the next shot. So it's disappointing to see Morimoto make a taillight that isn't a perfect fit for this truck, and the rest of the fitment is mediocre at best, and I really blame it on the clips. This is the passenger side taillight here. I put 1 Torx bolt in so you can see it's not in the center of that hole at all. And on the bottom one, I left the bolt out so you can see where it lines up. And it's in that bottom right corner. It does not fit correctly, and I had to use a punch to bring that clip over, which means it's not sitting perfect on the clip. And for $500 taillights, looking at it, there's a bunch of score marks on the top, there's score marks on the bottom. These honestly look like they were used or just have a bunch of manufacturing defects, which is not something you want to see in a premium price taillight from Morimoto, being their Gen 2. So this might be from the manufacturer it came, or just some errors that happened being one of the first shipments of these taillights, but
I'm disappointed to say at the least, especially since they sent this to me for review.
So I know this is a video covering the Morimoto Gen 2s, but I cannot help but compare it to the Alpha Rexes right off the bat. So the first thing that I want to note is that these have much more of a bulge, sticks out a lot more. It sticks out more on the side, not too much, but there is definitely more of an area right here. It looks like right out of the packaging there is some scuff or white marks on this area right here, which I'm not too sure why that is. And then if we come look at the Alpha Rex right over here, a lot more of a flat taillight design, doesn't stick out as much on the side, but it does not at all have that 5th gen style like the other ones do. I think from this angle, looking over here, if you're standing right here and you're looking over, you can see just how much of a difference this gap is on the taillight. So looking at it, I'm not too sure. Some people might not find this gap attractive looking at it from the back. Personally, I have mixed feelings about it, especially on the bottom here. It looks like it sticks out about 1.5 inches off this body panel. So this is something to note as being my first impressions, and I was given these for a review, but I just cannot get over just the giant gaps on the side and the body of the taillight. Alright guys, that's going to be it for the review of these Gen 2 Morimoto X-Speed taillights. I think these look awesome on the truck. There are some blemishes that it came with, which was, you know, slightly disappointing for a product being sent out to review. It coming with blemishes and fitment issues isn't something that I really want to talk about on this channel, especially when something is being provided to me, but I cannot go without saying that. So I have front Morimoto headlights. I love them. They look beautiful and they work great, but these ones just had some problems, and it is what it is. Other than that, I think that these would look good on a lot of different trucks, especially in that smoked color instead of this red one. I think that this one just pops out a little bit too much, maybe on my personal truck, but if you have a white truck, a gray truck, a black truck, I think I would give the smoked ones a lot, you know, closer of a look than these red ones, if that's something that you're interested in. I also want to say you can go to vendors like Square One Off-Road and buy a plug-and-play adapter, so you can do a 5th gen OEM taillight conversion. You can buy either the night model or the red model and then just plug and play that on your truck. And that's something at the price tag of $500 for these. I would say heavily consider that before buying these, just being honest. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. See you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.